concept I want to talk about is the concept of Wierd. And I bring this up because this is another concept that Christianity was not able to purge out of the English Anglo-Saxon mind. We use this word every single day. I mean, I don't think that there's a day goes by that not everybody uses that word at least once. Man, that is so weird, or gosh, that's really weird, or she looks weird, or that sound is weird, or man, that felt so weird. And it has this connotation of something that cannot be explained, something that goes beyond the laws, physical, scientific laws. It's beyond understanding. We call it weird. Well, this reflects our distance from our shamanic pagan past, but it also tells us that we're not disconnected. It's just a distance. Because in pre-Christian times, the idea of Wierd did not mean something that didn't follow the laws of science. It meant the immutable law of the universe. Wierd is the web of destiny that has been woven into the fabric of everything. Everything is woven by this law of Wierd. And Wierd is actually the product of 3 primordial giantesses, which are primordial beings that go back beyond the founding of the creation of the universe. These are laws that are so primal, they're beyond human understanding. So this is the reflection when we say Wierd. We're saying it's something so vast and so powerful, it's beyond human understanding. But these 3 beings, these 3 giantesses, were called norns in the Old Norse myths. And these norns had 3 names. The first one was Wyrd, second one was Verdandi, and the third one was Skuld. Now that's Old Norse that I'm speaking, but in English we actually still use some of these words. Wyrd is origin, the origin from which all things come. Beyond time is Wyrd. And in the past, in origins, what we have is we have the patterns from which the present moment comes forth. So the present moment, Verdandi, means coming into being. And this present moment, as you're experiencing it, isn't static. In fact, as I'm speaking this sentence right now, the first word that I spoke is now in the past. It's in Wyrd. It's not in the present, but when I spoke it, it was in the present. So the present is always coming into being. And in this present moment, every single second, every single moment, we make choices. We make choices based upon our reaction to those patterns in the past, in Wyrd, in origin. And when we make these choices in each moment that comes into being, we create what the Old Norse called skuld. In English, it's the word should. You know, should is spelled the same way. Skuld. Should. And, you know, you think about it, the concept of should I do this or should I do that? What should that person do? It has this idea of obligation or debt. Debt is another translation for the word should. And so the future has within it the debt that we incur as a result of the choices we make in this ever-evolving present moment. Now that debt may be a good debt if we do something that adds to ourselves and adds to the benefit of people around us. Then what we receive from that debt, we gain from that. If we do things that are harmful to ourselves or harmful to people around us, then the debt that we incur may not be as pleasant. But either way, it's the same. So you can see that this idea of Wierd, if you back yourself up from it and you think more in an intellectual way, if you disconnect yourself from the animist mindset that everything has life, that everything has spiritual substance, if we do what we have done over the past 1,000 to 1,500 years, which is to take the life out of everything around us, take the life out of nature, then we end up with this understanding that when things happen according to the laws of Wierd, it's very mysterious and scary and beyond our understanding, so we call it Wierd. this wasn't what our ancestors considered when they used this word. It was very deeply ingrained. And so you can see the Teutonic people, the pre-Christian Teutonic people, were very mystical people, very profoundly spiritual people. And unfortunately, because we allowed this warped idea of Christianity to come in and destroy all of our indigenous spiritual practices, now we look upon our pre-Christian ancestors as being barbarians, as being evil. They weren't that at all. They were very deeply passionate, very spiritual, very mystical people. So that's the concept of Wierd, which we still have today in our language and culture.